everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Ghost and Molly McGee Season 1, Episode 1. The first segment is called The Curse, and the second segment is called First Day Frights. And I know I was supposed to do this on Wednesday, but I got backtracked with college stuff. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Episode 1 tonight. And I'm going to do episode 2, both segments, 2 separate videos tomorrow on Saturday. And Sunday, I am going to do my, my first impressions video. Because for the Owl House, I think it was the Owl House, I kind of forgot about that video. And I kept on going to, episode, 7 or something. I also wanted to stop at episode 4, but I just forgot, and it kept on going. So I definitely want to get that video kind of done. So I was planning on doing episode 1 through 4 this week, but I'm just gonna do episode 1 today, episode 2 tomorrow on Saturday, and I'll do my first impressions of what I thought of the show so far, and then hopefully do episode 3 and 4 next week, probably along with Amphibia, probably. But anyway, so let's get started with the Ghost and Molly McGee. All right. Straight from the show, we see these ghosts. Oh, okay. What's that about? Oh, look at it. It looks like they're in some sort of ghost tornado, and there's a skull, and it kind of looks like a trial, and it looks like the Grim Reaper. And let's see if we can get a better look. But I like the design here. Okay, right here. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 jury members of the ghost, and I love the blue flames and the symbol right here, and there's a Grim Reaper. Oh, he looks scary. He does. I'm assuming it's a he. Yeah, but they say chairman, so I'm assuming it's a he. He doesn't talk or anything. Just breathes. So okay. And this they don't have any teeth. It's weird, but whatever. I guess she lost her teeth when she died, maybe. But she's like, hey, you're not doing a good job. What's the city called? I'm trying to... something village, I'm sorry, but basically she's saying, oh, you're not doing a good job. Your job is supposed to spread misery, and your joy's on the rise. And look, you see the arrow, and I'm trying to get to the okay. And this little girl, this woman's like, oh, but I was doing a good job, but they brought puppies from animal rescue. You don't expect me to compete with puppies. And then this guy's like, that's exactly what the chairman expects you to do, to compete with stuff. And this Grim Reaper guy kind of raises his finger, very Christmas Carol, the future spirit. And and this ghost tornado appears out of nowhere. And I definitely want to play this clip right here. Hopefully it won't be too long. I guess it got cut off. I don't want to do it again, but basically she said, don't send me to the what was it called, the failed, the sector of failed phantoms, I think. And she said I can do better, please don't send me away. And then another good shot of the tower, the cliff side, I guess. And and she's like, oh, they have puppies. And then just okay, time for the next one. Is oh, not him. Oh, do we have to? And then I guess this guy I don't know. I guess he's kind of the secretary person. He's like, oh, the council summons Scratch. And we know from the trailer, Scratch is our ghost, and he did summon a portal. He's in a trash can. He's like, hey. He's like, oh, hey, you guys are looking good. You, Mr. Chairman over here, Mr. Mr. What was it, Higher and Dower. and you know, it's like, and they just summon him, like, to Scratch. Listen, like, you're rude, crude, and disgusting, but hey, we can't argue with the result. Your town, Brighton, or city, your city, Brighton, it hasn't been any more miserable than ever. Like, you're doing a good job. Yeah, we can't argue with the results. So we shall rate your status adequate. Okay, I wonder who's like the best ghost. Like, if Scratch is like adequate. And he's like, oh, I guess we're done. And it's like, oh, like they're going to like the, what was it, the Happy Haunts or something. It's like a club, and you Scratch like, oh hey, I heard great things about that place. I've never been though. Hey, is there a dress code? Don't ghost. Like, there's no dress code. Should I wear pants? Like, should I wear legs? And like the old lady's like, oh Scratch, you're not invited. Hey, but you're dismissed. And so, oh okay, did I have a good view of the house? Okay, and here's like the first look at the house, and they summon a portal and dismiss Scratch, and he's like, oh, jerks. I like his cobweb hammock. He's like, you know what? Who needs them? I like being by myself. I like being on my own. And nothing's ever gonna change that. And then, you know, we see like a plant, and then we get the title, the Ghost and Molly McGee. And then, like, you know, we see the city of Brighton. So okay, it is the city. And you know, we see like the McGee's, you know, van, and Molly's like, hey, and then this guy like something like this like lamppost like you know falls on his leg. And like a raccoon's like take him off, and you know, Molly's like, hey, this will be a great start for us. And her I think it's her little brother, like, you know, her little brother Daryl is like, hey, this will be a fresh start, like a clean slate for us. And you know that, yeah, Daryl, like, don't cause any mischief, like don't cause any pranks, don't get us in trouble. They hadn't made no promises. And basically, you know, the grandma called Grandma in, and look at this nice house. I want to live in this place. And like, you move, and basically, and he said like, oh, this looks like a nice house. And the dad's like, no, this is our house. And like the grandma's like, hey, let me see. And she's like, no, turn me away. And turn me away. And you know, and the dad's like, hey, I know this is a bit of a fixer-upper, but like, hey, don't worry. And like, you know, Molly's like a thing fell. And Molly's excited. Oh, Dad, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is amazing. And like, you know, and Scratch's like, wait, a human family moving to my house? No. I gotta stop this. And you see, he just gets squished, and Molly just like slams him. I know people have different rules for different things in their own shows, but a thing that's obviously known by Ghost is that only ghosts can hurt like other ghosts and stuff. So when Molly like you know, like hits him like with the attic door, shouldn't I have gone right through him? That's like a little complaint of mine. So that's like my first strike. So first strike so far. And Molly's like, oh, this is my room. It looks kind of a dumb, but I'm gonna give it the Molly McGee touch. And like your Molly's came rid of the cobwebs, and Scratch like, hey, those are vintage. And like, you know, Molly's like, oh my gosh, a ghost. Like, okay, Molly, this is like another weird thing. I'm not sure if it, because I'm in like I watched the how many episodes? The first like 5 episodes, and they didn't really explain this too much. Where Molly's like, a ghost? Okay, Molly, you never met a ghost before. I'm like, shouldn't she be like a little bit more like freaked out? Like you know? That's like another strike. I don't mind Molly wanting to be friends with Scratch. Like, it kind of reminds me of Casper the Friendly Ghost with Cat in the live action movie, but Cat was like afraid of Casper first because it's a ghost. Ghosts supposed to be, I mean, they are dead, but they're supposed to be like not real. So like she freaked out, but then she befriended Casper. They had a talk. Spoilers, I guess, for the movie. How Casper died, how he can't remember his parents, his mom, and it's a very sad, touching moment. And Casper makes like the sacrifice of sacrificing another chance to live to save Cat's dad. It's a great movie. Go watch it, Casper. That's a great movie. So I wish Molly was a little bit more scared. Like it's a ghost. Like anyway, Molly's like and I like her design. She looks cute. And her like I guess spider hair or ladybug hair. I don't know. So, hey Molly, you never met ghosts before. Make a good impression. She just squeezes him. And I'm sorry, I'm a bit too friendly. And Scratch is like, hey, I'm not. So get out of here. Be gone, human. Scratch is laughing. Ha ha ha. And she's like, did you just make me fly? Oh, this is going to be so awesome. Oh, we finally found our forever home. And it comes with a ghost. It comes with you. I'm never leaving. And, I like Scratch because he's kind of funny. Where he's like, okay, fine. You don't want to leave? Okay. Stand a little bit back. No. That's way too back. You need to come a little bit more forward. Wait. You need to come a little bit more forward. Okay, perfect. And he's like, I curse you, Molly McGee. Wherever you go, whatever you do, for the rest of your days, I'll be there haunting you. I'll be at your every waking moment to make your life a living nightmare. And like bugs are crawling out of his mouth. Very Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, another great movie. And he's the things are floating in the air. Very, very creepy. And and Molly's like, fantastic performance. And Scratch is like, what? And she's like, where did those bugs come from? And he's like, what? And she's like, oh, you're just gonna be so great. Now we're best friends. And Scratch is like, but best friends? Like, yeah, you're gonna go everywhere I go and do whatever I do, right? And he's like, yeah, I guess. He's like, yeah, you're my best friend. He's like, we're gonna volunteer and watch the old people. We're gonna make music videos together. She's hanging up lights. And Scarlett's like, why are we gonna do that? He's like, oh, you're doing best friend stuff. And she's like, hey, which host do you like? Puppies or kittens? Oh, kittens? Maybe the puppies. I choose puppies. And then Scratch is like, I didn't curse Molly McGee. She cursed me. And then, they have songs. I'm not going to play the songs because, copyright stuff. I might maybe later on, but for now, no. And, she's singing the song about how, I think it's about how she's like living here. And Scottish French, I can't take, and I kind of like how the light bulb, turned purple because it actually makes sense because, in theater, I mean, I like theater, in history, is that they had this, ghost, a phantom light bulb that detects phantoms because there was an incident where someone died and stuff, but so that I kind of like the ultraviolet light bulb, so that's pretty cool. And he's like, I'll leave Molly McGee, and she's like, oh, selfie. And, I'm not 100% sure, but should ghosts be able to reflect onto phones? If you took a picture next to a ghost, should it show up? Ghosts are transparent, but the physical thing, I'm 100% sure on, but what about reflections? I'm confuzzled a little bit on that. Since I'm not 100% sure, I'll be okay with it. I'll let it slide because I'm not sure. It's transparent, but the different colors. But you're so selfie. And he possessed this rabbit, this bunny. It looks pretty creepy. He's just trying to scare her. It's not working. And Molly's hugging him, and and basically it's swirling around him, all the positivity. He's just having none of it. And and Scratch is trying to trash her room, and Scratch is like, oh, forget it. And and she's like, oh, this is so great. And and Scratch is like, hey, if I ask nicely, will you leave? Will you leave, please? He's just crawling in the corner because he doesn't know what to do. And he's like, I guess your grandma lives in L.A. Oh, that's pretty cool. your grandma in, and and she's like, well, we moved, from what was it, like New Mexico, and I forgot, like there's like a, so basically she's been all over the place. She's been like in Florida, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arkansas. I think it's Arkansas. Washington, and or maybe it's Oregon. Sorry, Idaho. We have been like everywhere. And she's like, I lost a lot of friends. So okay. And he said, hey, but we're gonna make a forever home here. In Brighton. And like hey, maybe you could cheer me up. And he look at his face. I'm glad I paused here. He's just like, I'm not part of your problems. And then he just wants to get away. And then Molly's like, he's like, no, wait. Oh, Molly, you did the too friendly thing again. Come back, Scratch. And he just pulls him back. And then, like, he's just trying to get away and just slams her. And then Scratch is like, no. This curse has just gotten worse. And Molly's like, no way. I call your name, and you come directly to me. Like, she's like, on demand besties, okay? He's like, oh, it's a new version of friendship. And he's like, nope, I gotta fix this. And how can I? Oh, there we go. I'm trying to get it. He just makes a portal. He just goes out of there, and which is kind of weird because Haunty Hans. Sorry about the club name, but and Molly's like, hey, Scratch, where'd you go? She said Scratch's name, but he didn't summon back. So that's interesting that the ghost world probably has some sort of, probably, I don't want to say ultra magic, but like some sort of magic force field probably, or something, like a generation where any curse, it doesn't work here. So because Molly called Scratch's name, Scratch should have came back to Molly. So something about like the ghost lords and stuff, they just don't allow it. Okay, anyway, so the Haunty Haunts is very nightclub-ish, okay. And then, this big, like, bouncer dude say, hey, Scratch and all that in here. He's like, oh, I just need to talk to them. Wait, like, come back. Don't ghost me. And he's like, ugh, what do you want, Scratch? We still don't like him. He's like, hey, I have a serious question. Is there any way for a ghost to uncurse himself who accidentally cursed himself? I'm asking for a friend, of course. And he's like, oh, Scratch, you don't have any friends. I'm just pointing out. And Scratch's like, okay, hypothetically speaking, please. And we're just weird. Like, they didn't know it's him, but to know what curse it is, they just took it from his like not skin, but like his body, and look, here's the whole curse in case I remembered it wrong. Okay, if you won't leave, then I curse you, Molly McGee. Wherever you go, whatever you do for the rest of your days, I'll be there haunting you, tormenting you, turning your every waking moment into an unending nightmare. I got most of it right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like the scroll. Very parchment. With the tears and stuff. And I like he has glasses. That's pretty cool too. And he's like, oh, I'll be there, haunting you. Oh, your friend is a real dummy, dunderhead, Scratch. Because this is more of a curse on the ghost instead of the human. And I like she has glasses too. Did you share them? And Scratch is like, oh no. And the old lady's like, hey, there's a way out. Basically, because he said, like, if you won't leave, basically, you had to scare her out. Like, and look at the house. It just scares like the human away, and the house will be yours. And Scratch like, right, and then the curse will be broken. Like, I guess Scratch sort of figured that out. It's like, hey, this girl doesn't get scared easily. There's no way to scare her. I don't say he tried everything, tried basic stuff. And then he's like, a girl, Scratch? You mean like a little girl? As a child? And oh, certainly she doesn't make her all the decisions in the family, does she? Like, does she have parents? And and Sky's like, oh right, I can't scare Molly, but I can scare her family. And I mean, my friend can scare her. And I'm glad they're not wearing shoes in the house. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And basically they're like, oh hey, like should we put the cereal in here? Oh, dude, that's totally crazy. It's spookios. Okay, I guess they're into ghost stuff. All right. And oh my gosh, this would freak me out. Oh yeah, that was a weird thing Daryl did where he's like, oh no, the milk and cereal go in here. He just put it in his mouth and put the milk in his mouth. I know it's a very boy thing to do, but I never did that. I don't like it. So, how many strikes have there been so far? 1, 2, I believe this is number 3. So let me see. 95, 90, 80, 85. So 85 right now? Okay. And, look at Scratch right here. Oh my gosh. And, he's, Wait a minute. I want to make sure I got it right first. Wait a minute. So it was a whole physical touch, and alright, Molly not being scared. So okay, yeah. So 95, 90, 85. And and like the dad is like oh like he just kind of left them there. Like look at her face. I'm that face because dads recently in Disney they haven't been really good, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. So I'm taking a point off for that because I know it kind of redeemed itself, but so it's 80. He's like, oh leave sound Scratch just kind of goes out to them. Oh my goodness. And like and Molly's like, oh hey guys, she was like an addict when she came down. Guys, don't freak out. I see you, my best friend Scratch. He's like, oh my gosh, Molly, that thing has a name. We're leaving. And Molly's like, no, guys, Scratch may seem scary, but he's not that bad. He's like oh, you hangry? And Scratch immediately stops. He wants food. He's like, oh, you want a granola bar? Doesn't mean I'm hangry. Oh, you want it? Oh, not this carob. And hey, Daryl, you're gonna love Scratch. And he just touches him. He's like, ugh, this is so disgusting. Oh, give me more. He's a weird little dude. And Molly's like, hey dad, you always told us that we shouldn't be afraid of people who are different than us. Shouldn't that apply to a ghost? Kind of has a point. And I like the dad how he's like, hey, you're right, Molly. And he's like, the preferred term is like undead person or something, or past living. And he's like, hey, welcome to our home. I mean, your home. I mean, which is now our home. I don't like confrontations. And also, like, he knows Sarah spilled the milk and he spit out the milk in the cereal and back in the box. So why did he do that? These little nitpicks just kind of taking me off a little bit. 75. I should be stop saying numbers until like the end, but sorry. Let's remember. I like his watch. And say, hey mom, you're gonna live. Oh yeah, I'm way ahead of you, ma. I'm gonna call my realtor, get some money back on the stump, because they never said anything about a ghost. They never disclosed a ghost. And he's like, what is wrong with you people? And this is like from the trailer. And mom's like, I think he's gonna like you guys. And I was like, he in this fun trailer too. And Grandma Nin is like, oh wow, you have a ghost. And Mom's like, yeah, please don't be scared. And he's like, oh, he's my best friend. And he's like, you're not friends, Grandma Nin. And he's like, oh, I'm not scared, Molly. I like a design too. And he's like, we actually had like, she called it something, because Molly is Thai American, like Anne from Amphibia. Cool. And he's like, oh, look at Scratch. And she's like, it's like a type of house. And Molly's like, I never heard of it. And he's like, oh, it's like a house to honor your ghost. It's for the ghost to live in. And Scratch is like, please tell me about this, please. And hey, does this work? And Scratch goes inside it, and it has an S also, so that's cool. Open floor plan, a few cobwebs here and there. I guess this can work. The mom's like, hey, so can we stay here for a while? I'm glad Molly asked, because it's technically Scratch's house. And Scratch is like, okay, on a trial basis. And and Molly's like, okay, great, thank you. And then Grandma Nin is like, don't forget to leave out food for your ghost so he can be happy. And he's like, and Scratch is like, hey, I would like some tacos. He's like, oh, you want some new taco surprise? And Scratch is like, yeah, surprise me. Okay, I'm gonna get some chocolate. Which is interesting. And then we kind of go into this tunnel back into the underworld. And then we see Brighton, right? And then we see like go up a little bit. And then we see we see like the chairman. Wait, sorry. And we see like him like looking down, and he's like, and like that's like the end of the episode. The first half, I mean. And then we get this title card on First Day Frights. I like it. But so yeah, that was the segment 1 called The Curse, and basically overall for that segment, I would give it a let me see. 95, 90, 85, 80, 75. Yeah, I'll give it 75%. C+. It did good. Didn't do great. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't okay or bad. It was good. C+. It was above average. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I liked how it has like plot stuff, kind of like Amphibia season 1, where Hot Pop basically said the snow and ice is blocking up the valley. Like you're gonna be stuck. You're basically stuck all season 1. And Sprig is like, oh, it'll clear up in a few months. So that was basically the setup for season 1 of Anne trying to wait for the valley to thaw, basically. And basically we have the setup for here where we know about the ghosts in the underworld, and they're supposed to make misery. And we saw that girl ghost go to the cycle of failed phantoms because she got in trouble, like she didn't do her job. And Scratch is like adequate, and now that Molly and the McGees are basically living with him, and Scratch is like, you can live on a trial basis. The Grim Reaper, the chairman, saw the Brighton dial go up, like more joyful. It's by a little bit, but still. And he kind of noticed it, like, oh, he doesn't react to stuff. He just, which is cool. So that's a pretty good setup. Daryl seems like a mischievous boy. Molly's optimistic, and she's a nice girl. The mom, it seems like a cool mom. The dad, I wish he has more development with the dad, because I'm a little bit disappointed with him. But but I'm glad the rest of the family was afraid of Scratch, because yeah, he's creepy. But Molly's whatever. But yeah, and basically and now Molly's bonded with Scratch for like who knows how long. So we kind of got like this basically setup of Molly and the McGees are on a trial basis with Scratch living in the house. Molly and Scratch is cursed with each other, and and now they had to learn to get along and stuff. And Scratch could get in trouble. And here's the thing: if Scratch gets sucked into the failed phantoms thing, how does the curse relative with Molly? Does when Scratch goes in the other world, the curse basically pauses or stops, and when Scratch just goes into the failed phantom cycle, does the curse break, or does Molly go with him? Does Molly go to the underworld, the ghost world? I don't know, but that's probably going to be the end of season 1. Maybe I'm going to talk about more in my my first thoughts on video, but yeah, this it's gonna have something to do with the curse, basically. Whew. Okay, and basically we had first day Frights, and this was written, storyboarded by, and directed. If you want to take a look at that. And we have I like the continuity where this is inside that tiny house that Molly gave Scratch, and he's taking like a bath and listening to music. I like the music. I'm sorry, and Scratch is saying, "I'm in my happy place. No one bother me." And and she's like, "Scratch," and see, he came from the house, so I like the continuity. Thank you. And Molly drew Scratch. Okay, I wish he was happy. And then he's like dripping water. He's like, "Molly, turn around." And he's like, "Well, what's the big deal? You don't even wear clothes." "I'm emotionally naked." And he's like, and Molly's like, Scratch's like, "Molly, what on earth were you thinking? Distracting me at my me time. I'm afraid to Scratch." And he's like, "Oh, now we're talking. Like, be specific." So he still kind of wants to get Molly like out of town, because he still wants a house for himself. Even though he said they're on a trial basis, he's so glad to scare Molly because he's a ghost. So okay, he has like a notepad, and and I don't know if Molly's trying to help Scratch or something. It's kind of weird. I'm not taking a point off it. I just think it's weird where Molly's like, "I'm afraid to Scratch." So I guess he kind of wants to help him. "Hey, I'm afraid of something. Want to check it out?" And it's a, hey, Molly's like, "Hey, Scratch, you told me before you're very popular in the ghost world." And he's like, yeah, I am very popular." And it's the Hottie Hans place, and there's the he has a ghost checkboard list, and the Hottie Hans, and the bouncer guys say, "Hey, Scratch, this is for the best of the best, not the worst of the worst." So I guess being adequate is the worst of the worst. So if that's true and that's going to continue on, I want to see who the best of the best. And what Scratch does is really creepy, not like wet your pants, but creepy. So the best of the best, if there is one, and there better be. It better be the most bone-chilling, spine-rattling, terrifying thing I've ever seen. I know it's a Disney Channel, but Disney does dark stuff. Because if Scratch is adequate and he's the worst of the worst, who's best of the best? What can they do that Scratch hasn't done? I want to see that. Because, yeah. And, basically he, slingshots him out of there. And, Scratch is like, "Yeah, I'm very popular indeed, if there was a list, but there isn't a list because, people's feelings will be hurt. So don't check the list." And Mom's like, "Oh, I knew it. Yeah, you can't relate to me." Scratch can. And he's like, "Oh, it's the first day of school at a new school, and this is my forever home." And she's getting all over Scratch's face. He's like, "Oh, the most tiniest mistake can ruin me forever." And Scratch's like, "Oh, you'll be ruined." He's like, "I'll be humiliated." He's like, "Oh, you have to move Brian and the curse will be broken. I'll be back in his house." And Mom's like, I'll be out of here by the end of the night." I don't know, Molly's trying to help him or something. It's kind of weird. Okay. And Molly's like, "You know what? Not talking about it. I was worried for nothing." And he's like, "It's gonna be fine." And look how creepy Scratch can be. So who's the best of the best? It better be more scary than this. I'm kind of worried that it's not gonna be. I'm gonna be very disappointed. What can that Grim Reaper, the head chairman, do? You better bring it. And Scratch is like, "No, Molly, listen to me. This is going to be the worst day of all first days." Look at his eyeballs. "I promise you, McGee, you will make one friend." And Molly's like, "No, you can't scare me, Scratch." And he basically squishes him. Oh my goodness. And basically, he's like, "Oh, bye, Scratch." And the eyeballs come out. He's like, "Oh, she bothers me." And Brian middle. So they're middle school. And your dad says, basically, both our kids are in middle school now. So I'm assuming that Molly is in 7th grade and Daryl's in 6th grade. But since they said both of our kids are in middle school, and Molly's supposed to be 12, she's a tween, so I'm assuming she's gonna turn 13. So 13th birthday, make that big episode maybe. Something to do with the curse maybe. I'm spitballing, but I like the school, and there's like a bell. And say, oh, let's hope for. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's Molly with like this missing tooth and baby Daryl. Oh my goodness. Wait, here's the thing. Wait, let me go back to the picture. They don't have the red, so they just dye their hair red. Okay, because the mom has it too. Maybe they grow into it. I don't know. They don't explain this. I don't know. I guess they don't have to. But the dad's like, oh, they're growing up so fast. Soon they'll be in college. Oh, grandchildren. Oh, you take it. And he's like, oh, let's hope for no trips to the principal's office. And Mom's like, I am. And Daryl's like, she is. He's wearing socks with sandals. It's not my style. Should I take a point off? I don't know. I might come back to it. I don't know. I don't like it. And so, oh, have a good day. And and then we have the class. And basically, teacher's like, hey, Molly McGee, you want to introduce yourself? And and she's like, oh yeah, of course. And he's like, oh, the first thing you need to know about me is that I scratch, like, you see through and puts one of his blobs, I guess, and Molly basically trips, and everyone's like, what is she doing? And he's like, oh, I like to dance, and everyone's like, yeah, and Scratch is like, oh, poof. And then we get this girl, and she's rivaling Basha for another cute girl. I was like, even Basha's such a jerk and a bit of a dunderhead. I like it when her hair is down. She seems so nice when she smiles, just like this girl. So so I'm calling. I don't know who's prettier, but I guess it doesn't matter. And basically she's like, oh, brava, like, hey, my name's Andrea Davenport. Davenport? The last time I heard in Davenport was like in Lab Rats, so that's pretty funny. There's no connection, but I haven't heard that last name in like a long time. That last name. And say, oh, hey, I'm a social influencer. And say, hey, I'll be honored that for you the new kid, to be in the school assembly. Like, yeah, I'll be honored if you can join me. Oh, she's being so nice. And Mom said, oh, thank you, Andrea. And everyone, oh my gosh, they're just freaking out. And like the mouse gets freaked out by Scratch. And Murmurable, I guess. So I'm kind of thinking, can animals see ghosts? They probably can. And Scratch has seen like the hamster. He's a ghost. I don't mind. And he said, actually, it's Andrea. I'm sorry, I almost said wrong. It's Andrea. And Mom said, what did I say? Oh, you said Andrea. And Mom said, I'm so sorry. And she said, oh, don't worry, honey. It's your first day. And he said, oh, then thank you, Andrea. Thank you for another chance. Oh wait, it's Andrea. And look at, I'm kind of with her because Molly, you got it right the first time. Trust your instincts. Don't go back on it. So all of Andrea's facial expressions, like, oh my goodness, and the teacher was actually hiding. So I'm assuming Andrea's parents are rich; they can get the teacher fired or something. That's why she's afraid. So that kind of makes sense. Look at her neck. Oh my goodness! It's like, Molly, sit down before you make things worse. And this girl's like, oh, who does she think she is? One time is an accident, but multiple times, they kind of blame her. And look at Molly's face. Oh my god, what did I do? And I just want to play this clip right here.
In the first grade, there was a girl named Libby. She was bright-eyed and full of promise until one day she called Andrea.
I don't want to play that whole thing, but she's like, hey, she's telling you a story in the classroom. Hey, one day, there was a girl named Libby. And, one day in kindergarten, she called Andrea, and forever then, she was an outcast. And Molly's like, whatever happened to her? It's like, oh, she's me, I'm Libby. And, basically, Molly went to go shake her hand, and Libby kind of backs her off. It's like, hey, I'm trying to get in Andrea's good graces again. I'm almost there to be okay. So I guess that's kind of like Libby's flaw. She wants to be like a popular too. He's like, hey, looking good, I'm Andrea. And Scratch is like, hey, your first impression is rude. Let's get out of here. Pack your stuff. And Molly's like, oh no, I need to keep trying. She makes cupcakes. Everyone thinks they're good. But Andrea gives them like a a look, and she just they just put it down. And Scratch just eats them. And it was like, oh hey Molly, what you got for lunch? And Andrea stares at them, and Scratch is eating her lunch. And Molly's pretty good with dodgeball, and was cheering, but Andrea gets him look, hit her with dodgeballs. Hey, Molly's like, hey, I want to turn with the fortune thing, and say, Andrea gives him look, and Andrea was in the trailer because that's when the girl kind of ducks under Molly. She was like barely in the trailer. Like, I was kind of thinking of the softball player was probably going to be Molly's rival. It might be her, Andrea, maybe. And they just knock her out. Andrea just goes over her. I like her phone case. And Scratch does steals her money. I'm gonna go get a soda. Okay, Scratch. And look at her nose. He said, hey, this first day's ruined. Come on, let's go. He said, hey, Molly, this first day's ruined. There's just a school assembly. What do you expect to happen, Molly? Your first day's ruined. You expect something to go magically well for you? And Molly's like, you're right. Nothing can get worse. And Scratch is like, yes. And look at his face. That means it can only get better. It's not about the first day, Scratch. It's about every day. And Scratch is like, oh my gosh, you got inspiration on the bathroom. Oh yes, my superpower I got in the funeral. You are the most infuriating. And Andrea goes in the bathroom, sees Scratch, she faints. And this right here, I just want to talk about this clip, this moment right here. And look at Scratch's face. Oh, what did I do? And it's an out of order sign in the bathroom. Oh, okay. And look how Molly's holding Andrea. Everyone's making fan art, like not this specific moment, but about these two, because like of this moment, other moments, they're kind of at odds with each other. So I'm not sure if they're gonna become romantic or not, but I don't know. They're doing that holding, so okay. And Scratch is like, oh, reflex. Oh, I gotta, I gotta get Andrea to the healers, the healing office, the nurse. And Scratch is like, oh, Andrea, whatever. Oh, disposing of the body, great plan. Like, no, I need to get. And look how fast they're going. Hey, I don't know where the nurse's office is. Hey, look, cheer tryouts. Molly for cheerleading? I don't know, but hey, look, there's a map. She like zips right through it. And wait, I'm Scratch right now. I'm gonna put Andrea's hands up, our arms up. That's pretty funny. And like they go into the water and his teeth just goes away. And Scratch opens the door and they just she's like grabbing her butt. And he's like, oh, the compress of youth. And your mom's like, I just need to get Andrea. And Scratch is like, Andrea. And she's like, not now. I need to get her to the nurse's office. And Scratch is like, great plan. I'm gonna pull this curtain for no apparent reason. And everyone is just staring. The teacher leaves, and look at the way Molly's holding Andrea. People are crazy, but and everyone's like, oh, who does she think she is? Oh, she's the worst of the worst. And like she has that memory of that bouncer guy. Oh, you're the worst of the worst. And Scratch is like, oh no, you won. She's gonna move when she goes home. Oh, why did I do this? And like, I can tell you what happened. And she's thinking to herself, if I tell you, everyone's gonna think I'm crazy. And Scratch goes into Andrea's ear, and he's kind of moving her like a rag doll. Hey y'all, like it's me, Andrea Davenport. Hey, give me that applause. Well, what I gotta do? And it's like, and she's like Scratch, and he I guess gives her the wink, and he's like, okay, first of all, I want to get over the whole Andrea whole situation. You can call me. Believe me, when life is too short, which it is, you call me Andrea, Ordrio. I say go nuts with it. Let's get creative. And you actually hear the voice, the Scratch's voice is like in there, so it's kind of muffled a little bit. It's kind of, and and Andrea's like, hey, I just want to get a little down to earth, like a little serious, because there's a girl out there who's having a real rough day, and in such small way, it's my fault. Because she's called the worst of the worst, and no one deserves to be called that. So, let's give a big Brian Middle School's cheer for her. And Molly's thinking it's her. And she's like, Libby! She's okay now, I decree it. And she's like, yeah. Outcast no more. And, I thought it was going to be Molly. Because, Scratch didn't mess up Libby's life, so that was kind of weird. So I think it's my first complaint. Second complaint. The first one was the whole Molly saying Andrea's name wrong over and over and over again. So it's only 90. Okay, and Andrea's like, oh, Molly McGee, she's okay. Give her some psychic animals. And she say, oh, we love you, Andrea. And she's like, Andrea. What's going on? She finds some of Scratch's ectoplasm. Like, what happened? And there's a girl and the guy is like, hey Molly, have a good night. And it's like, hey, Scratch, thank you for having my back there. He's like, oh, well, I wasn't trying to help you. Yeah, you were. Oh, you're my bestie. Like, no. And that's basically the end of the episode. They go off to the sunset, basically back home. So overall, First Day Frights. First Day Frights. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Solid A. So overall, entire episode 1, I would give it. Let's see. 90, 85, 80, 75. See. 90, 75, 85, 80, between 80 and 85. 83. I'll say 83.5%, but basically 83. Basically a B. I'll give episode 1 a B. I liked First Day Frights better than Cursed, because there's a little couple of nitpicks out Daryl the dad, while not being scared. But overall, this was a great first episode overall. Both segments together. So we didn't get anything about the ghost, chairman, the Grim Reaper guy, but yeah, and we got the kind of a setup of probably who's gonna be Molly's rival. It's gonna be Andrea, but even Scratch kind of possessed her and said hey, Molly's okay and Libby's okay. So, and Andrea's wondering what's gonna happen. So does that mean she's not the rival anymore? So I'm kind of iffy on that. I'm what are they gonna do with her character? I don't know. But anyway, that's basically my review. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but hey, I definitely want to get this out tonight. But everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Ghost and Molly McGee season 1 episode 2. The first segment is called what was it called? Howling Harriet, and the second segment is called The Unnatural, I believe. Yeah, the Unnatural. So, alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.